Welcome to Movie Mini Recaps. Today we explain an action sci-fi movie Iron Man 2 from 2010. So let's go sit back, relax and enjoy the movie. The news conference at which Tony Stark announced his identity as Iron Man to the world is being broadcast on national television in Russia. Ivan Vanko holds a sick Anton Vanko as he passes away in his arms, telling him that the only thing he has left to give him is his knowledge. Which turns out to be the arc reactor's designs. In addition, he claims that his son is entitled to share in Tony Stark and his family's fortune, which encourages Ivan to get revenge on Stark. Entering the Stark Expo conference is Tony Stark 6 months later. Stark is still defending people with the Iron Man costume, and his notoriety has grown. He reinstates the Stark Expo to carry out it was his father's ambition to support inventors and innovations that the world might someday benefit from. Stark realizes that when he exits the stage, his blood toxicity is increasing, and that the visible, damaged veins around his chest are spreading outward. He conceals this from everyone. Senator Stern insists that he turn over his armor technology for military use after calling him to testify before the Senate Armed Forces Committee about the Iron Man armor and its threat, as well as related suits being created in retaliation. Stark, however, declines, claiming that Tony Stark and the Iron Man suit are one and the same, and that to surrender either would mean surrendering oneself. After that, he establishes that subsequent efforts by foreign countries to replicate Justin Hammer, a corporate rival who had testified against him, is embarrassed by the Iron Man suit's abject failure and the fact that he, too, made a disastrous attempt at building a prototype. After returning home, Jarvis reports that Stark's blood toxicity has increased and that there are no other viable replacements for the palladium that powers the arc reactor, which prevents shrapnel from reaching his heart. Later, believing he is going to pass away, Stark appoints Natalie Rushman as his new assistant and names Pepper Potts CEO of Stark Industries. Stark, despite putting himself in danger, borrows the Formula One driver who is representing Stark Industries in the Monaco Grand Prix and drives it himself. Immediate danger. Unbeknownst to anyone else, Whiplash, aka Vanko, has secured a ticket to the Monaco Grand Prix via a friend. He is planning to attack Stark with the help of his modified harness and electric whips. Vanko soon emerges on the racetrack and assaults the racing vehicles since he anticipates Stark's arrival. Stark beats Vanko with the help of Happy Hogan while wearing the lightweight Mark V outfit. Ivan is revealed by Stark to be the offspring of discredited Russian physicist Anton Vanko, who worked with Howard Stark's father on the first arc reactor. Later, Justin Hammer breaks Vanko out of prison and hires him to assist in the creation of his own Iron Man suit so that he can exact revenge on Stark by damaging his reputation. Stark hosts what he thinks will be his final birthday celebration, at which point he immediately starts to binge drink while donning the Mark IV armor. LT, Colonel James Rhodes, a friend of Stark, dons the Mark II armor to contain him when he starts putting the partygoers in risk by shooting things out of the air close to them. The following day, a disheveled and hungover Stark is approached by S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury and Rushman, who is actually Natasha Romanoff, who gives him a box of his father's old research in the hopes that it would help him find a treatment for his palladium poisoning. Stark uses his father's studies to find a message from his father that prompts him to look at the original Stark diorama from 1974. Happy Hogan and Romanoff, two remote-controlled adversaries, rush to Hammer Industries headquarters to stop Vanko. Vanko had already left for the expo by the time they get there in a new, more potent set of armor, but Romanoff is able to regain control over Rhodes' armor so that he and Stark may take on Vanko together. Vanko is defeated by the two armored allies, but it is later discovered that both his armor and the Hammer drones had self-destruct capabilities. Stark rushes to save Potts as they start to explode, flying her to a rooftop where they make up and kiss. At a debriefing, Fury tells Stark that S.H.I.E.L.D. wants him as a consultant even if Stark is unsuitable for the Avengers Initiative. Stark accepts with the condition that Senator Stern hand them both their Valor Awards from Rhodes and him. Agent Phil Coulson of S.H.I.E.L.D. is seen traveling by car to a distant impact crater in the New Mexico desert. He tells Fury over the phone that they've located it, which turns out to be a mystery hammer. Like and please subscribe for more videos like this, it really motivates us to make more content for you. Leave a comment for any specific movie you want us to do.